Hi and welcome to the channel and the next episode of my 350Z. Right, in this episode, a bit more of the dirty work. We're going to cut off this damaged chassis rail and then we're going to turn our attention to the rust underneath both of these inner arches. We're going to completely clean them up, ready to treat them and paint them. Right, time to have this chassis rail off. I'm not going to do it in one cut. I'm going to take it off very carefully in sections. I don't want to catch the anti-roll bar mount behind there. Right, let's get cracking. Right, now that section's been removed, you can quite clearly see the extent of the damage. You can see how creased it is there. So yeah, we're going to crack on, get the rest of this off, and we'll revisit it in a minute. Right, we're almost there. We're just going to nip it across here. You see that's like loose where it is actually damaged. We're not going to go back any further than that because that's the good bit of strength there. But we do need to remove this bit because it's all creased in here as well. Right, just hopefully do this final cut here and then we'll just trim this back very slowly afterwards. Right, there we have it. There's the remains of that knackered chassis rail. A little bit more trimming to do, as you can quite clearly see there. Try to get the light out of the camera. There we go. But yeah, we'll do this off camera. I'm just going to trim up slowly till we get to the back of there. Right, before I go and trim the remaining part of this chassis leg, I'm just going to remove the anti-roll bar mount just so we don't destroy that. We do it both sides, but first of all we just need a bit of loosing juice. And then hopefully this will come off nice and easily. And then we can attack that bit a little bit further. There we go. One ARB mount. Okay, there we have it. There's both anti-roll bar mounts taken off. I didn't need to remove the passenger side, but if we're cleaning this up properly and getting rid of the rust, it was easier just to get rid of it, and then I can clean it up as well and give it a paint up. So yeah, we're just going to bag that up and then move on to the next job. I've already sliced myself up, which is a great start. Right, now the monotonous task of cleaning up both inner arches. There we go, it's coming along nicely. I forgot to take my mask off, didn't I? That's all the surface rust removed from the driver's side. Thankfully it was just surface, it hasn't needed any welding anywhere. So yeah, we're going to crack on with the other side and then we can rust treat this and then we're going to epoxy primer it and then probably stone chip it or maybe Raptor paint it. Right, straight back onto the other side. This side is a lot worse than the driver's side, probably because obviously this is the curb side, so it gets a lot of the dirt and the crap coming up off of the roads. So yes, we'll take our time and do the same treatment on this one. Right, well that's the passenger side done as well. It looked worse than the driver's side, but in fact it wasn't. Again, it's only surface. There's no welding required on it. So I'm going to wipe down both sides and then we're going to rust treat it. Well, that took most of the afternoon. Absolutely filthy job. But yeah, we're there. I'm just going to go and rust treat it now. And then hopefully we'll leave that overnight. And then tomorrow we can attack it with some epoxy primer. Right, I was just about to do the rust treatment. Not that you can see it. I just got electric shock off my light and all the electric went off. So yeah, I can't see a thing in here. I'll have to rewire it and do it in the morning because I've got no more lights in the workshop. Right, time to attack this with some rust blaster. This stuff is absolutely potent. Usually you just spray it on, but it's so noxious. I find it a lot easier with a lot less wastage. You just stick it in a bucket or container, not a bucket, and then paint it on. Right, let's get cracking. Right, we're going to give this a good soaking and then hopefully overnight it'll convert any remaining rust. Then we can paint straight over the top of it. Right, I'm going to start at the top and work my way to the bottom. And hear it fizzing straight away. Oh, it stinks. Good stuff though. That's the job. Okay, that's that side complete. I'll move on to the other one. Right, and just the driver's side to go. Last little bit to do. There we go. Both sides have had a lovely dousing of this stuff now. We just need to leave it overnight to work its magic. And then hopefully it will convert it all and it should be black tomorrow, black and white. and then we just need to epoxy primer it. Right, there we go. Right, there we go. It's the next day, and you can quite clearly see the rust converter's done its job. We're just going to paint all this now with a bit of 1K epoxy primer. We're going to do a couple of coats of black. Right, off we go. I'm going to give it a nice liberal coating everywhere. As I say, we're going to do 2 coats, so I'm not too bothered about the initial finish, because obviously this is going to have a final coat anyway. This is just to prevent the rust coming through again. There we go. There's the driver's side with its first coat of epoxy. We're going to move on and do the passenger side now. Right, straight onto the passenger side. Let's get this thing coated, and then we can leave it to dry overnight. Oh, this stuff stinks. Whew. And 1 coat on the passenger side all done. Right, I'm going to leave this overnight to cure, and then we're going to come back tomorrow morning and give this second coat. Right, it's the following morning, and it's dried lovely. You can see it's nice and hard. We'll give it a second coat. I think I'm going to then go and do a 3rd coat, but with a zinc primer I've got. Overkill, I know, but that way at least it'll have 2 coats of black epoxy and then 1 coat of grey. So when it's grey, I can see exactly where I need to spray the stone chip or the Raptor paint. Well, that's both sides now with 2 coats. We'll just let this dry and harden. Right, I've also just tarted up the front pulleys. They weren't that bad. They just had a bit of surface rust on them. So we've cleaned that up. We've treated it. We've obviously then primed those as well, because I looked online for a set of alley ones and they're silly money. So yes, we'll just deal with the standard kit for the time being and get this back together. Okay, well, it's the next morning. I think this is like day 5 now, but I've lost count. Both sides have dried really well overnight and they're looking very, very good. That's the epoxy primer stage done. I'll take you around the other side and you have a look at the passenger side, but I'm really happy with this side. And there we go. There's the passenger side looking just as nice. Very happy with this. Okay, time to hit it with the zinc primer. Right, that's all ready to go. Let's crack on and paint both sides again. Right, let's slap it on. Right, there we go. There's both sides finished. It's had 2 coats of epoxy primer, 1 coat of high build grey zinc primer. We just need to let this go off now because it's absolutely stinking in here. I'm getting a headache. Once this is dry, we're going to get cavity wax and we're going to find all the little holes and we're just going to fill it right up so we know that the inside is all good before we can then do the final coat, which is going to be some sort of bed liner, Raptor paint, something like that. We'll buy some cans of spray so we don't actually have to paint anything on. But yeah, that'll be the next stage. Well, that's enough for one day. I'm off to buy some Raptor style paint for those inner arches. So hopefully on the next video, we'll get those all sprayed up and we'll attack that chassis rail. In the meantime though, I've got piece of the Mondaire to get through an MOT, so there may be a bit of a delay before the next content on this 350Z. But in the meantime, thanks for watching. Please comment, like or even subscribe and I'll see you soon.